Well, hello, and I'm Janice Thompson, and I'm with the wonderful Penny Kroll today. This is really exciting, as everybody knows Penny Kroll. So, done so much work within EFT and matrix imprinting, and I know you've got background with NLP and lots of other modalities. And really, what we're doing together today here is having a little chat about Penny's new course, which I'm really excited to hear all about. I think she's been developing it over many years, really, haven't you? It's been something that's been coming along and really coming to a wonderful fruition now, in that people can actually book on and come along to it. So welcome, Penny.
Thank you, Janice. I always just love having a chat to you.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know if everybody knows me. I think that's going one step too far, or
well, they should
or to the moon and back.
Yeah, well, they should do. Okay, so the course you're doing is a 12-week meta-analysis coaching course.
Yeah,
is that
it's
right?
meta consciousness analysis coaching, and yes, it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because I've made it a coaching program and it's 12 weeks. And you were just asking before we hopped on this call what really brought me to this. And I went,
yeah. We know something did.
And I think because originally the foundation of this is from Dr. Hammer, New German Medicine, who passed away a couple of years ago, and he was in his 80s. But he was a medical doctor and didn't believe in any kind of therapy work. It's all very biological. If you, for example, can I just share a story, actually?
Do.
And this gentleman has allowed me to share this. So this gentleman came to me with prostate cancer, and he'd been to see Dr. Hammer unbeknownst to me. So we were doing a meta analysis with him, and he said, yep, I know exactly what that is. So Richard Fluke actually coined this term, unexpected, dramatic, isolating, no strategy, which basically is a trauma. And there's a spectrum of traumas, as we know, small t's, big t's. And he said, yes, I know, but Dr. Hammer had said to him, right, okay, so you know the conflict now, you know what to do. And he went, no. And he said, leave your wife. And he went, I've been married 35 years. I love my wife. What the? And so we put a therapy plan, which I'm calling it a solution map, because we're not all one linear people. So one therapy will work for somebody, not for everybody. Some people are good with fasting, for example. Some people aren't. Some people need juicing. Some people don't. Some people like keto. Some people love EFT. Some people like matrix, NLP, Reiki. It doesn't really matter, but the client is the main star.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
no, the client is important, not the therapist, not the coach. So let's stop saying you need to do that. There's something wrong with you. You can't heal yourself. So this is why I put this together, really, Janice, to really invite coaches, therapists, practitioners, doctors, nurses to come together to think about the client first, the patient first, if you're medical, and put together a solution for the client.
Wow, that sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Because it's so specific to everybody's individual needs. And I think you're right, because I think sometimes therapists can get so wrapped up in their therapy that the client, some aspects of what's going on with the client just slip through the net almost, in a way. And it's really important to really focus your attention, obviously, on the client and what's right for them. And that's really interesting story about the leave your wife. And it just wasn't the right thing for him.
Within 3 months, he was cleared of his prostate. The doctors then said that they made a mistake. Which we've heard quite a few times.
Yes, true.
And that this enlarged prostate, which was causing him to wee every 2 minutes, disappeared. So
Wow.
it is about the
Amazing.
client and getting really specific with the client rather than just going,
Yeah.
oh, it could be this. We
Yeah.
get down to the bare knuckles to look at the embryology, to
Yeah.
really look at the client's spirit, mind, their body, their vitality,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
if they are in the process of sympathetic or parasympathetic.
Yeah.
So how do we map that out for them? And this is
Yeah.
where I think the magic is
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
that
Wow.
we can take the client, and the first thing is that we can release, or we can guide them to release the fear of that diagnosis for a start.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is often enormous in itself, isn't it? Yeah.
And
Brilliant.
then look at their beliefs and look at the embryology and what part of the tissue is connected to the brain in the womb. And so we can ask the right questions. And to ask the right questions, we need to have that knowledge to open up the innate wisdom in our own soul, because
Yeah.
we've all
Yeah.
got it, Janice.
Yeah, no, that's right. Absolutely. So that's what you'll be delving deep into in your course. And it's 12 weeks.
12
Yeah.
weeks, 10
Um,
hours every week for 12 weeks. So
right. So that's a really comprehensive course. You're going to learn a hell of a lot on there. And it's so is it just for coaches? Is it just for therapists? Is it,
now
who can
I would
benefit from
say,
this basically?
well, because I've slightly tweaked it from the way I used to run it, but I remember people coming on it before saying, "Well, I'm an NLP master. I don't need to um, do this."
Yeah.
And halfway through the course, we dig so deep that they
Yeah.
went, "Oh my God, I didn't even realize,"
Right. Excellent.
because it's
Wow.
an experiential course. So even if
Right.
you have your own processes going on, this can be for you as well. You don't have to take the certification if you don't wish to.
Right.
Um, but I've had people that have come on it for themselves and have just gone, I think I might just, because they want to see
Yeah.
what's happening with their friends and family. So they do it for a little bit of
Yeah.
curiosity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
so there is a prerequisite, and I am chatting with anybody. So I'm not just going, yeah, sign up, roll up, roll up.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And I've turned away already 4 people because
Right. Okay.
of their time commitment. But they were, because I want us to be all on the same page. So it's only
Yeah.
21 people.
Yeah.
And so we can
Lovely.
feel safe. Safety
Yeah.
is so key for me, as you know.
And me,
Yeah.
absolutely. You sort of
Janice
just
and I have,
where if you don't feel safe with a therapist or in a course or anything, you just don't allow yourself to be open and free enough to take anything in off the time, do you? So
now,
safety is massively important.
um,
Wow, well done.
so I am very open about that. I am on the spectrum of neurodiversity. So my little ADHD, I love a good story. As you can see, I've been, Janice and I have been
Right,
talking
yeah.
over Janice already.
We love it. We love it. I'm both on the same. We're both the same, aren't we? So that's great. That's great. But brilliant. I think it sounds like a really good course. It sounds like it's really an in-depth course, and it sounds like that experiential aspect to it is great. And I think it's real. And I think what you've done as well, like you said, some people haven't got the time commitment. So if
Yeah.
you haven't got the time commitment, there's no point, is it? It's silly. You won't get. You need to do the whole course to really benefit from it, and you need to put that aside. So it's a really comprehensive
And you need
course to
to
be
feel
doing.
safe with me,
Yeah, yeah,
because we will be getting naked in
yeah.
front of each other. Not literally.
Not
This is not
literally, no, not
running some
literally.
kind of
Let's say.
weird cult.
Yes.
Um, oh, could talk. I'm reading a book about cults at the moment. Fascinating.
We'll save that for one of our podcasts that we're going to be doing.
Um, well, the government, I think, have read it before us.
Yeah.
So it is important that you feel comfortable with me so that I can hold that space. And one of my colleagues is going to be there as supervision to make sure that
Brilliant.
people don't get overwhelmed, and so that we can all work together.
Fabulous. That sounds
Because
amazing.
isn't this, if we all believe that we're connected,
Yeah.
these little drips in the ocean
Yeah,
start to spread.
absolutely. Brilliant. And you get a certificate at the end of it?
Yep, you get an
Yeah,
attendance certificate, and then you have 8 months to complete the case studies, and there's 10 case studies
right.
to do. And
Brilliant.
yeah,
Sounds really exciting. Really exciting. And you've got people booked on already, and you're only taking on 21 people?
21, and I've got 10 or maybe 11 after a conversation this morning.
Okay, cool.
As I said, I'm not just allowing anybody to come on this course because
No,
it's not fair to you if you're not
no.
ready, you're not committed, and you're going to be overwhelmed. That's not what I want.
No, absolutely. So what do they need to do if they're interested or just want to chat to you about it?
So
Where do they
you
need
can
to
go to
contact
my
you?
website, changeahead.biz, and just book in a 20-minute call with me. All the details of the workshop are on my website as well, so you can have a
Right.
nosy through
Yeah,
and ask me questions, or just email me, penny@changeahead.biz, and we can hop
brilliant.
on a call just to have a chat.
And that's great. And actually it's really good because what I always say to people is read what you've got on the website about it, then that will provoke any questions that you've got, and then perhaps have a call with you if they want to take it further.
Yeah, because
Fabulous.
this whole course is based on what if, not the what if,
No,
but what if.
yeah,
I sounded like that precious.
yeah,
What if? Oh, wow. So what if we can be in alignment? What if we can see health as a different perspective rather than, oh my
yeah,
God. So
yeah,
what if,
yeah.
Janice?
Beautiful. Well, excellent. Look forward to hearing all about it, and we'll have another chat soon, hopefully, Penny, about who
Well,
knows what.
hopefully we can chat more. Take care,
I think we
Janice.
should. All right.